You see, freedom, it ain't just a word. It's the wind on your face as you ride down an old dirt road, the wide open spaces where the horizon stretches far beyond what you can see. It's about going where your heart leads, following the sun as it sets. That's where you're meant to be. That's freedom. It's everywhere, if you know where to look.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Peter from White Rain Productions, and today we're talking about wireless communication on set. We're talking the Synco XTALK headset kit. If you have ever struggled with staying in sync with your crew during a shoot, this might actually be the tool that you have been waiting for. Let's start with the design. The Synco XTALK headsets are extremely lightweight and yet feel sturdy enough for, regular use, a little bit of on-set abuse, if you might. They are built with comfort in mind, featuring padded ear cups and an adjustable headband. This is crucial, especially if you're going to be wearing them for hours on end during a shoot. And I can attest to that. These work wonderful. And even when you're wearing a hat, they work just fine. Now, as you can see on the B-roll, their matte black finish gives it a sleek, professional look. Now let's get into the specs that make the Synco XTALK stand out from other products in this price segment. Operating on the 2.4 GHz frequency band, they offer full duplex communication. And what does that mean? Simply put, it allows everyone on the team to either to talk and listen at the same time. So you don't have to push to talk and have that delay where if one is speaking, the others can't. Which is great because if you have a discussion, multiple people can just have that conversation together. The range on paper is actually quite impressive too, with up to 400 meters of clear communication in what is probably an open space with no other signals. This could be ideal for like super large sets and outdoor shoots where distance can be a challenge. When we did the shoot with 2 cars, we never lost communication, even though the environment was full of trees and the distance between the team and the car was sometimes probably over 100 meters, which for most medium-sized sets is, I think, enough. And charging is actually pretty straightforward. You use just the chargers that you get with the kit and you're good to go. These chargers are USB-C, which means you can also easily charge these batteries using a power bank if needed. But with a 10-hour battery life, and I can attest to this, I've never run out on a single unit on a full day of shooting. I didn't do 10-hour days and during a break I just shut off the headphones. Setting up the Synco XTALK is actually incredibly simple. These headsets automatically pair with the master headset and there is no complicated configuration needed. In my set, I just powered them on and they were actually ready to use. They sync automatically, which is excellent because if it's something that you have to set up every time, I think I might actually not do that. Now, one of the standout features is the noise cancelling microphone. Don't expect Apple level noise cancelling, but when you're on a noisy set or in a controlled studio environment, these filters, they cut out some of that background noise, ensuring your communication is always crystal clear. And what I mean by that is that if someone is in a noisy environment, you don't necessarily hear 5 headsets of noise, which is actually really nice. The volume is easily accessible on the side of the headset, allowing you to make quick adjustments without interrupting your workflow. You have to learn by touch where each button is, but because they are so big, it's not that difficult. And for someone that never used a headset, for example, on set before, it felt very natural and it felt very easy. Now the microphone is flexible, so you can position it wherever you want for optimal sound pickup. And in addition, when you want to turn off your microphone, you can just simply lift up the microphone in the upward position and your mic is muted, which is very great because, for example, when you want to go to the toilet or discuss something sensitive that is not necessarily something the whole team needs to hear, it's nice to have that option to just quickly mute it and be sure that not everyone is listening to you going to the toilet, for example. Where does the Synco XTALK really shine? For me, I've tested these headsets in a variety of settings. On a small corporate shoot, just to communicate between sets. I used it on a car shoot, for which I thought it would be absolutely the most useful. And I used it on a fashion shoot for a brand. I feel like the car shoot was where it was the most useful because you need to communicate between the vehicles or one vehicle and the team outside shooting the vehicle passing by. The communication between the studios was also very nice because it saved so much time. Because you don't have to walk between sets to talk to everybody and or just use your phone and call every time. I find that for me that saved a very it saved me very useful time, which made just shooting with two sets together very easy. Now for me, in each case, the XTALK performed flawlessly. The communication kept the team in sync, the noise cancellation ensured actually quite clear communication, even in loud environments, for example when we were outside with the car, and the long battery life just meant we didn't have to worry about recharging mid-shoot. I haven't used more than 4 headphones at a time, so even if one battery would have died, I still would have had a spare that I could use for that. I think that these headsets are particularly great for directors, camera operators and production assistants who need to stay in constant communication. It's simply said, everyone who needs a reliable hands-free communication option that's on your head and easy to use. These are actually wonderful, especially for the price if you compare them to other options in the market. So after all that, is the Synco XTALK Kit 5 or 3 worth the money? In my opinion, if you're looking to improve your communication on set, reduce the miscommunications, you don't want to be yelling or calling, losing time in that way, I say absolutely. It's reliable, it's easy to use, and its features the features it offers are spot on for professional use on a smaller level. I have 5, I think 5 is fine, and I think there are plenty of people in this space that could really benefit from a small kit like this that is so simple to use. I want to know, have you used the Synco XTALK or something similar? I'd love to hear your experience. If you have them, drop them in the comments below, and if you find this review helpful, make sure to hit that like button and share the video. And of course, subscribe for more gear reviews and filmmaking tips in the near future. Thank you for watching, and I see you in the next one. Later.